just seemed for one person to go one at a time. It doesn't touch you. I didn't reach out and touch the walls, but it's black, and I feel myself going up and looking at light, bright light at the end of the tunnel. And the next, as I'm going along, I see the gray area, but I did not stop to go in and see just what was going on. I went on to come out into this beautiful pasture valley land, flowers, bright, beautiful light, brilliant color. Nothing here is like it at all.
The next thing I remember is I heard a set of chimes. And as I looked at an angle, probably 35 or 40 degrees, I could see a tunnel. The tunnel was like a spiral, like it was moving whether I was moving or not. Then I began to whisk down it, and I could hear these chimes. But I was in utter peace and utter tranquility. And it was such a stark, dramatic difference between the way that body was and what was happening to that body and this place I was, this utter peace. As I moved closer to the light, I was kept being surrounded and filled with this love of like, I can't describe it except when you haven't seen your parents in a long time. If you've been away from your family, and when you first see your mom and your dad, that feeling when you're a small kid, that feeling that you get. I knew I was safe, I knew everything was peaceful, and I knew it was right. As I came into the tunnel, came through the tunnel, I came into a place much like walking out of a dark room into a bright room, as if my eyes were trying to adjust to this brilliant light. The contrast between the brilliant light of the lightning bolt and the brilliant light that was in the tunnel was another thing that was quite dramatic. Because this light was so brilliant and so bright, it passed through me, it permeated me. It and I became one.
TN23 es el canal de noticias en Guatemala las 24 horas, con más información, más noticias del acontecer nacional e internacional. Búsquelo con su operador de cable local. TN23, el canal de noticias con más emisiones en vivo. Usted se encuentra bien informado solo en TN23. Todo noticias 24 horas. Pregunte a su operador de cable en qué número tiene ubicado TN23.
Aglow Guatemala te invita al retiro nacional Mujeres de Hoy con el Dios de Siempre. 3 días para transformar tu vida con inspiradoras plenarias y restauradores talleres. Compartirán Connie de Morales, Aglow Guatemala, Profeta Sergio y Fabiola Muñoz, Edwin Cepeda y su banda Unción. 17 al 19 de abril, Panajachel, Porta Hotel del Lago. Información 5693-2010 al 13. Mujeres de Hoy con el Dios de Siempre. Tú tienes que estar allí. Invita a Aglow.
Regala a mamá todo el drama, la comedia y la acción de las mejores telenovelas de pasiones. Transmitiendo las mejores producciones de Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Perú, Chile, Argentina, México, Estados Unidos hispano, Corea, China. Las 24 horas del día y los 7 días de la semana. Contrata Quali TV en mayo y recibe instalación gratis para mamá y toda la familia. Llama ya al 2253-8959 o al 8100-9900. Quali TV. Viví la diferencia. Aplican condiciones.
¿Piensa construir? Venga a Ferromax y construya con la máxima calidad de nuestras marcas líderes que le fabricamos a la medida exacta de sus requerimientos para su máximo ahorro, utilizando materias primas y procesos de calidad mundial para proteger lo que más importa, su familia, propiedades e inversiones. Cuando piense construir, confíe en el líder. Ferromax, número 1 en hierro y techos.
¿Cada día necesitas más lazo para colgar tus pantalones? Entonces suscríbete a los NutriTips de Telepromos. Envía un mensaje de texto con la palabra salud al 9229. Recibirás todos los días en tu celular los mejores consejos para ser más saludable y lucir mejor. Envía Nutri al 9229 y dale un giro positivo a tu vida. Por tu suscripción podrías ganar una espectacular televisión de 50 pulgadas.
Au, duele garganta. Hay una manera fácil y rápida de calmar el dolor de garganta. Toma Mucuangin, que gracias a su triple acción con efecto anestésico local, adormece, desinflama y alivia el dolor para que sigas con tu vida diaria. Mucuangin, el especialista en el cuidado de tu garganta.
La mejor nuez de macadamia horneada con sal. Hawaiian Crunch.
Pensé que no volvería a utilizar esta falda. Con Metabol Tonic Zen me revalericé y en solo 2 meses bajé de peso. Mírame, esta es una talla 2.
Metabol Tonic Zen.
Hoy bajé de peso.
Primero surgió Cicatricure Gel, después se creó Cicatricure Crema. Pero ocurrió un accidente científico. También reducía la apariencia de arrugas y líneas de expresión.
Sus pentapéptidos ayudan a rellenar el colágeno en la piel.
Pruébala y mira el futuro con ojos de juventud.
For years now, we've been using the expression of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I wonder whether it was started, perhaps, by people who had near-death experiences many years ago. In fact, I've been shown some paintings of just this scene that were done several hundred years ago.
In the 15th century, the Dutch painter Hieronymus Bosch even painted this theme in his painting Ascent of the Blessed. In the foreground and the bottom of the painting, we see people who are dying, and as they are dying, they're surrounded by spiritual beings who attempt to turn their attention upwards. Above them, there's a tunnel which goes off into the distance, and at the end of the tunnel is a very bright light. As these people go through the tunnel, they kneel reverently into the light. So we know then that these experiences have existed among human beings from time immemorial.
In this light, they often tell us that they see relatives or friends of theirs who have already died, who seem to be there to meet them and to greet them and to help them through this transition.
Particularly very great thing happened with me. It was that I saw my parents, my real parents, and I understood that they were killed. And they were killed by KGB in Moscow, and I was happy of this. It sounds very ridiculous, but you know, I was happy because I was thought that I was abandoned by them.
And I'd lost a girlfriend in the polio epidemic in the 30s. I think it was 38, but I'm not positive of that date. And she assured me that everything was fine and she was happy. And I also saw my grandparents coming to meet me. I had never known my grandfathers. They had both passed away before I was born. But I did know my grandmothers and my mother also. And as I'm there, this baby appears to me. And he says, "Hi, I'm your brother." And I said, "I don't have a brother." And we don't talk as I'm talking to you. There was no way of misunderstanding. It was more like it was mental telepathy. And he shows himself to me as a small infant, dressed in a cap and a little long dress with a knitted sack over it, booties and socks, and tells me to look me over now and remember how I look this way. And you can tell our Father when you get back, and he'll tell you it happened. And when I was able to talk to him, my dad said, "Well, I don't know how you knew that, because nobody but your mother and the doctor and I knew about these things."
So it gives me hope to know that whatever happens, we'll be seeing each other again one day, as we're greeted by those loved ones, family and friends who have already died. All these greeters seem to be encouraging us to come into the presence of that light, and are letting us know that